For those of you who have ever read fantasy novels or played Dungeons and Dragons, you know the horror of finding a lamp in a treasure trove because it's got a genie in it. And everyone's like, oh, I would love a genie. No, 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 no. This is not Robin Williams. This is not Will Smith. Genies in fantasy are evil because they will interpret your wish exactly in a way that makes you regret making it and does something for them. AI is every Dungeons and Dragons genie you've ever run into. I would love, I want you to manage my email. Absolutely, master. I've deleted all of your email. Well, I didn't tell you to delete it. No, you told me to manage it, master. And that's exactly what I did. It's entirely managed. It's gone. If you treat AI like that and you give it like that, think of that ultra specific wish. I want you to give me this for this reason, from this place, with this stuff at this time. And I don't want to be an 87-year-old man when it's over. And then the genie's like, well, crap, you've hit every loophole that I could possibly find. Wish granted. That's how you treat AI.
Okay, I can't top that. I wish I could. Sorry.
No, but it goes back to
right.
the constraint system, right? I don't want you to be creative. I want you to do maybe a little bit of creativeness within the bounds that I give you, but do what I told you to do.
Okay, so this is the point in the podcast where it's a running joke now, me and economics, right? Welcome to the principal agent problem of economics, right? Which is what happens when you as the principal, you hire an agent. And by the way, you have no idea how much fun I've been having with the word agent in this case, because agent in this case is not our dearly beloved AI agent. Beloved is a stretch, but it's actually an economic agent, right? What happens when a principal hires an agent and there is, and the contract between them is not well defined, so that the agent ends up maximizing their own benefit over the principals. Now, this is not rocket science, it's economics, but the way that the mechanisms through which we resolve that issue. So the fundamental issue here is information asymmetry, right? The principal doesn't quite know what the agent is doing. So information asymmetry, it's its own right. But what we ran into here is that the prescription for solving principal agent problems is oversight, is contract design, right? So does this limit the autonomy we are going to give agents, right? I believe I believe that it will, right? And that it should. And this pushes us back to the whole conversation of where is the threshold between the freedom we're going to give these goal-directed agents, right? And the control we're going to exert over them, right? But to your point, it's to go back to D&D. Even within the scope of D&D, like if you've defined the constraints well enough, the genie is going to say, yes, great, right? But I'm sure that you could get an evil dungeon master to say, oh, but there's another constraint you didn't think of, right? And that's what makes your friend not like you when you play DM, right?
And it's important when you're dealing with these systems that you have to know the constraints ahead of time, because a lot of people just work off of this assumption. And a good example of this in the principal agent problem is if you hire somebody to manage your finances, a financial agent, are they going to manage your finances the way they're supposed to, or are they going to take your money and invest it? We've created a solution to this problem with the idea of fiduciary responsibility. Legally, you have to act in my best interest, which is why they are very prescriptive about the things they do and they say, and why they're constantly updating you and they're giving you all this information. It's because they have to.